telling us how to fight, but if I stop the loop, if I pause the feed, there is a sanctuary underneath the skin, where the noise ends and I begin. Oh, this noisy world can keep its gold.
What is happening in your life at this time? The overarching theme in your life right now is the collapse of a fantasy-built empire. The cards are the Tower, the Seven of Cups, and the Emperor. Your life has been structured around the energy of the Emperor. You have built a world that is stable, controlled, and well-ordered. You have been the ruler of your domain, operating with authority, discipline, and a clear set of rules. This is your kingdom, your career, your identity, an empire you have painstakingly constructed. However, the foundation of this empire is revealed by the Seven of Cups. It has been built, at least in part, on illusions, wishful thinking, and a cloud of unrealistic options. You may have been ignoring red flags, indulging in fantasies about your life or career, or simply not seeing the situation with true clarity. It's an impressive structure built on an unstable foundation. And now, the central event that defines your current moment is the Tower. This is the great reality check. The lightning bolt of truth has struck, and the entire structure you built on illusion is crumbling. This is a sudden, shocking, and unavoidable collapse. It is the moment the House of Cards falls. What is happening right now is a dramatic and necessary dismantling of a reality that was no longer sustainable because it was not built on solid truth. What is changing in your life now? This spread shows the specific mechanics of that Tower moment, the catalyst, the event, and the immediate aftermath. The cards are Page of Swords, the Tower, and Two of Pentacles. The change was initiated by the Page of Swords. This is the catalyst, a new, sharp piece of information, a moment of cutting clarity, or an uncomfortable truth being spoken. Think of this as the whistleblower of the tarot. It's the email you weren't supposed to see, the blunt conversation, or the sudden aha moment that cut through all the illusions of the Seven of Cups. This spark of truth directly triggered the Tower. The change is the collapse. The old way is being destroyed, the structures are falling, and the ego is taking a major hit. This is the central, non-negotiable event of your transformation. The old is being actively and forcefully cleared away. And what new reality are you entering? The Two of Pentacles. After the rigid stability of the Emperor is destroyed, you're being forced into a state of constant adaptation and juggling. This is the immediate aftermath of the collapse, where you must remain flexible to survive. You are now juggling the debris, managing multiple priorities, and trying to find your balance on shifting ground. You have moved from a state of rigid control to one of mandatory flexibility. The overall story. A sharp truth has shattered the fantasy you were living in, causing the controlled empire of your life to collapse. This change is forcing you out of a rigid structure and into a new reality where you must constantly adapt and juggle to find your new footing.
Shut down the program, let the system crash. I am the ember in the falling ash. Quiet, so quiet.
What you need to be aware of at this time. While you are navigating the emotional fallout, the universe wants you to be aware of a new dynamic that is beginning to unfold. It is a story of a tentative emotional offering that will lead you to a future-defining choice. The cards are the Page of Cups, the Two of Wands, and the Sun. Be aware of the Page of Cups. This represents a fragile, new emotional beginning. This could be the first, timid flicker of self-love and emotional kindness you offer to yourself. It's the moment you look in the mirror and offer yourself compassion. This emotional stirring, whether it comes from the outside or from within, will bring you to the crossroads of the Two of Wands. You'll find yourself looking out at the world, holding the globe of your future in your hand. This is a moment of profound choice. You'll have to decide, do I engage with this small emotional offering from the old world, or do I turn my back completely and chart my own course into a new, unknown territory? You need to be aware of this dynamic because the ultimate goal is the Sun. The purpose of this choice is to lead you to a place of brilliant clarity, authenticity, and radiant joy. The sun is the joy of being seen for who you truly are, free from the shadows of illusion and performance. Awareness of this choice is your direct path out of the rubble and into the sunlight of your own truth. Your advice: become your own secure foundation. Given everything, the universe offers you the most grounding, compassionate, and empowering advice possible. It is a 3-step guide to rebuilding your world on solid ground. The cards are the Six of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. The advice begins with the Six of Cups. This is not about reconciling with your family or getting lost in nostalgia for a past that wasn't real. This is about you going back to care for your own inner child. It is about reconnecting with your own innocence and giving yourself the simple, unconditional kindness and support you never received. You are being called to become the master of your own stable, secure, and abundant world. This king is self-made, reliable, and his security comes from his own hard work and practical wisdom. He is the ultimate provider for himself. The universe is advising you to build your own empire, one based on tangible reality, not on hope. And how do you become this powerful king? You start by embodying the Page of Pentacles. You don't just wake up one day as an emperor. You start as a humble student. The advice is to ground yourself immediately in something tangible and real. Focus on your work. Learn a new, practical skill. Start a new project. Plant something in a garden. Your path to emotional security and healing is through practical, focused, real-world effort. Tangible action is the antidote to the pain of a collapsed illusion. In essence, the advice is a sacred instruction. Heal your past self with kindness, become your own source of unwavering security, and begin right now, one small, practical step at a time.
Our dreams, we walk in lines, we talk in auto text, just waiting for the thing